Well, FC Barcelona are under a crisis, and that is being downplayed by the board and a lot of the loyal fan pages. Very few, but that is still happening. Well, here I am to provide possible solutions that FC Barcelona can resort to in the future to overturn the current situation and get back to winning ways. So before we start off, just a short note, all these solutions will not yield immediate results. Fans will have to be patient with what's going on at the club. If they see a project that is great, well, that's what Barcelona will have to do. A rebuild is what they need right now. Every club does go through its own ups and downs. Talking from the Premier League, well, Chelsea are under a rebuild, which they have done very well under Frank Lampard. United have been in a rebuild for the last 7-8 years. Liverpool were undergoing a rebuild before Jurgen Klopp arrived. Even it's been on for 10 years at Liverpool. Some would say even longer, but they still won the Champions League or some other trophies in between. Real Madrid did also undergo, a down period, like before Ronaldo signed for the club. A few years that did happen. They did undergo a short sort of a rebuild last season as well, where they were not up to the mark until Zidane came back to the managerial role. So I think fans will have to be patient. The board will have to be long-sighted. They will have to be working for the long term. Patience is required in the short term. Build a project and get back to winning ways in the long term and start dominating Spanish football and European football again. So I know a lot of fans are unhappy. Fans who are friends are extremely unhappy with the Barcelona board. And so we'll be going from the top to the bottom of the football pyramid at FC Barcelona. Let's start with the very top. The president, Josep Maria Bartomeu. I've been talking about him in a lot of the videos. I did make the crisis video which explains what exactly is wrong at the club. You can watch that here. Well, let's stick to the solutions for now. 2014 was when Bartomeu was appointed president. The presidential term is 7 years. So any changes in that position can either be made through a veto, which I'm not sure of, if that is possible in the rules of the Barcelona board. If that does not happen, you will have to wait until next summer to see a new president. I hope, even as a United fan, I hope that Barcelona do get a quality president and a good board around him, so that they can provide a lot of quality and competition in all Spanish as well as European football. So I do not know any presidential candidates as of yet from the Barcelona board. Let's talk about the financial structure. Before we move on to the financial structure, let's stick to the board. It was around March or April when Barcelona's 7 board members resigned. I think they have 20 members in the board of directors. You can never have less than 14, which is around just over 2/3. It's 70%. 7 of them resigned, which leaves you at 65% of the total capacity. That has never happened probably in the history of FC Barcelona's board of directors. That happened under Josep Maria Bartomeu's reign as president. It just goes on to show that there is a lot of discord, miscommunication going on in the club. So that needs to be solved. Now let's talk about the finances, the financial structure at FC Barcelona. Well, a report states that Barcelona have 888 million euros of debt. This is not net debt, this is not external debt, this is total debt. They were, I think, supposed to renovate their stadium. Well, you still don't require so much amount for that. 888 million euros is roughly 800 million pounds. Let's not forget, you have to pay interest on that. I'm not entirely sure if this is sustainable for the board. They're signing players with high fees on high wages. are they violating financial fair play, and is UEFA downplaying or being ignorant or overlooking what's going on at FC Barcelona, because it's a big club, it's got a lot of fans who will buy merchandise and pump up the revenue streams. It remains to be seen. We'll leave that for a separate video. So that was, I think, debt. They will have to repay it off slowly and steadily. Spending will have to go down on players and wages. How that can happen, again, we'll come to that in this video later on. Yes, Barcelona do have to pay a lot of wages, because almost 50% of the player wages go in the taxes that players have to pay, or else we know what happens with players like Messi, and it's happened with Ronaldo as well. Like, no hate against Messi. So I think yes, wage is a problem for FC Barcelona because of the Spanish law structure, but it still needs to be controlled in a much better manner. There needs to be a wage cap at the club. Now debt is covered, wage is covered. I think both these things will go hand in hand. If you are able to control the wages that you are paying to players, you will be able to pay off the debt slowly, steadily as well. Now, miscommunication that is massive at the club. Eric Abidal had gone out and said in an interview that they sacked Ernesto Valverde because players were unhappy at the club, were unhappy with the manager, and so again, miscommunication between Messi and Abidal. Messi went out on Instagram and said that if Abidal wants to say this, he should be taking names and not destroy the players' reputation, the reputation of all the players, even the innocent ones, by saying such a statement out in the public. I think no player should, not just one. It's like if all players are protesting against this statement, it's alright, but something suspicious when only one player revolts against this. Abidal was wrong. But again, I think miscommunication is the problem for FC Barcelona. They need to communicate much better. So maybe a translator might help. Now let's move on to the manager. Ernesto Valverde, he was alright. Yes, they did win the Champions League. And extremely sorry, they did win the La Liga and were bottling it in the Champions League. I think it's down to the players a bit and down to the manager as well. Quique Setien, yes, he's got that Barcelona vibe in him, where they do tend to keep a lot of possession. There's this Barca philosophy craze that is massive at the club and among the fans as well. But is it really paying off on the pitch? He started off with a 3 at the back formation, and a lot of the players were played out of their positions. Went back to a 4 at the back, and it's still not looking great. Maybe they need to attack more. He needs to get the players to take more risks. That needs to happen. Couple of days ago, after the Celta Vigo game, there were big reports of a clash in the FC Barcelona dressing room. Messi did not. He was unhappy and angry with the assistant coach Sarabia and with Quique Setien. He completely ignored them in one video clip that I've seen from the Celta Vigo game. So I think that is a major concern as well. Now, who can they get as a manager? We're talking about solutions now. So I think a club legend will do massively great in this situation. Why? Because players need to be playing for the manager. If players are playing for themselves, it will not work out as a team on the pitch. Xavi has been touted as one. I think Frank de Boer has also been mentioned. There's no other Barcelona legend that crops up to mind. Pep Guardiola could be one option, but I'm not really sure if he wants to come back to FC Barcelona right now. He's quite happy at Man City. If Man City do get a 2-year Champions League ban, I think they should immediately go after Pep Guardiola this summer. My only concern is Pep Guardiola willing to work with Bartomeu, or will he wait for a couple of years, till next year at least, to see if there is a new president who is willing to give their all, and not just their all, taking the right decisions for the club. That's it from the managers. Talking about the players. Barcelona has become a retirement home in my opinion. There's so many players around 28, 29, 30 who are not going to give you more than 2, maybe 3, at max 4 years at the very top level for FC Barcelona. Lautaro Martinez is a good signing if that does go through. Arthur Pjanic swap, I personally do not think it made any sense at all. Yes, I mean it made sense only for the short term. Messi is unhappy at the club and sorry to say this, but they're just trying to please him, appease him by bringing in experienced players who will be here for the short term, and they want to win the Champions League in the short term for Lionel Messi. Yes, he's been probably their best player in their history, but I think no player is above the club. You need to be signing players who are younger but have also got fair amount of experience, 2-3 seasons at the top level. Dembele was a good example when they signed him. Arthur was a good example. He spent 2 years at Barcelona, and I think it's going to be a valuable signing for Juventus. I think it's a smart move from their board. Pjanic, he is not so quick around the field. It's not that he's very quick on the ball as well. So I think 2-3 years is maximum that you're going to get out of him at the top level, and it's still not the best midfielder or one of the best midfielders in Europe. Let's talk about the player ages for now. Messi 33 I guess, peak 33, 2. Suarez 32, Griezmann 29 or 30 very soon. Busquets well over 30, Piqué well over 30, Jordi Alba well over 30, Sergio Busquets well over 30, Rakitic and Vidal way over 30. I think 33 and 34. I think both of them are around 34 years of age. So they need younger players. How can that happen? Scouting network. La Masia. There was a time when you Barcelona fans would proudly say, we don't buy legends, we create them. That is exactly what needs to happen at FC Barcelona in my opinion. One, that helps in reducing the expenses on the signings of players, and secondly, if it's an academy product, he'll not be as money hungry and will accept a slightly lower wage as compared to the other players. So I think money needs to be spent on the scouting department and on La Masia right now, which will help cut down their expenses and eventually repay that debt as well. So it's an entire cycle that's going on. Now the last point, player power, or players influencing decisions being taken at the club. Again, it's not something I'm very happy to say, but player power is massive at FC Barcelona. Who are these players that have a lot of influence over the dressing room? It's the senior players, most of them from La Masia. Not to target La Masia, let's not say that. Most of these are older players who have been around at the club for a very long time. Lionel Messi, Luis Suarez, Busquets, Piqué, Jordi Alba. I think these 5 players have the ones that have the most say in the decisions going on at the club. Yes, it's important for the club to keep them happy, but a short-term approach is not how you keep them happy. Give them show them a project, and if they really are so dedicated, so passionate about the club, they will understand that they will have to suffer for a couple of years for the betterment of the club as a whole. So I think they need a manager who can control the dressing room as well. Xavi could do that because he is a legend, and we've seen that work for Real Madrid with Zidane, Chelsea with Frank Lampard, United with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So that's important. Yeah, I think that's about it. If there is any other problem, do let me know in the comment section down below, and we can discuss that in the comment section. And if I like it, if we find a solution to that as well, I will add that as a pinned comment. Thank you for watching. Yeah, that's it from today's video. Thank you for watching. Stay home, stay safe.